episode a long time ago. Each episode just has a little title, a name. Two reasons. One, you may wish to drop in at a later date, and listen to these in the future, long after I'm dead. Wouldn't that be a nice thought? Not me being dead. The idea now that all this stuff can live on forever, as a living shrine to why am I starting this off weird? Because I'm thinking of stuff I'm going to talk about, and I need to talk about Easter. And I've just watched a rather disturbing video on YouTube, which is a children's fucking Christian YouTube channel, which needs to be shut down. And it's like cartoon versions of Bible stories, and it's weird as fuck. It's weird as fuck, as most Christian stuff is. No, I'm saying the Islamis, the Jews, can it be weird as well? I'm trying to think of other religions. Islam, Jedi, Sikh. No, that's Islam. Don't know. I couldn't. Buddhism, is that a religion? What are the Chinese? Mental. What's their religion? Money. Rice. That's racist. You've got to say Christianity's the top dog on the religious Premier League table. Christianity's number one. Catholicism, Christianity. It's the main one. I know that Islam and people in Muslim faith, they'll maybe contest. No, there's only one God, and Ganesh, the mad elephant one, and the guy with a he's got a long dick on a stick. That guy, and Swami Gupta. But no, Christianity's number one. The old joke goes, what year is it? The basis of that being it's 2022, but whatever time you say that, it could be 2020. 2020, it could be 1990, it could be 2147, and you go, what year is it? It's year 2147. Is it really? No, because they are fucking millions of years old, but it's 2022 because that's after Jesus fucking done his selling, and it's probably the right time to talk about this because this is when he got crucified by the Jews, And then rolled the stone away, had a bender, and now we've all got chocolate eggs. Anyway, welcome to the show. I am Scott Gibson. Who else would I fucking be? This is the Scott Gibson Show. It's the Scott Gibson Podcast. And we're back. We had a week off last week because we just needed calm. We needed some calm in our minds, in our life. And it's good. It's good to have some distance every now and again. Just a week away to make the heart grow fonder. So we had a week off just to live our lives and exist. But now we're back. And we're back with a bang, baby. As I said, don't know what number this is, but whoever you listen to the show, make sure you subscribe. Whatever podcast player you've got this on, if it's the audio, subscribe. Leave a 5-star review. It helps move up the algorithm, whatever that is. The mystical algorithm that controls our lives. Help us move us up. Because we need to get more eyes and ears on the podcast. Believe it or not, we get a charitable email every week letting us know our positions in the various podcast charts. And the only place that this podcast is doing well is Saudi Arabia. Now, I don't know if I should be overjoyed or alarmed at that, but for whatever reason, I am speaking to the people of Saudi Arabia. So, lads, hit that bell and leave a 5-star review. But if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the show. And if you want to get all the content on the podcast, every single episode, including the extra episodes, then become a Patreon. It's the only way to do it. Patreon.com/Big Scott Gibson. Go to the website, bigscottgibson.com/Patreon. I think. It's definitely patreon.com/Big Scott Gibson. £4 a month, man. Sign up. Anyway, into the show. I know it's Wednesday. And I know that Easter weekend had just gone. Is it Sunday? It's Easter Sunday because that's when he rose again. I do not know. I was going to say much about religion. I don't know much about. Let me just move this a bit because last time I didn't record. I nearly had a heart attack. I am like most Protestant children of the west of Scotland. My religion growing up was the Old Firm and underage drinking. Now, I went to Sunday school as much as the next terrified young Protestant. But that was, for two reasons. One, to get you at the house, so your mum could probably get a cuddle or maybe do some cleaning. I don't know what went on, right? But you were sent away to a freezing cold church hall on an early Sunday morning. And let's be honest, it probably was run by paedophiles, but I didn't know. I was always a large child, right? Not fat, but big. I always seemed older than I was, okay? Effectively, I was a paedophile's nightmare because in their heart of hearts, they desired me, but I had the frame of a teenager, if not somebody in their early 20s, right? At 11, I had sideburns, so at the age of 8 and 9, they're like, I want to, but I can't. He's no my cup of tea. So I never encountered any of the church paedophiles, but I imagine they were there, somewhere, lurking in the darkness, as they always do, either becoming scout leaders or fucking organ players, But we went to Sunday school, and from what I remember, there was very little in the way of religious teachings. There was a couple of Bible study classes, which now looking back is odd. But again, I don't think your parents cared about that kind of stuff. I don't think you were sent there for the religious experience. I think you were literally sent there so you weren't out in the street stabbing cunts. And so you weren't in the house so they could do whatever they wanted to do. It was effectively having your kids babysit. It's like sending you a babysitter without having to pay for it. I don't know if there was a charge for Sunday school. Surely the money was generated through the work of the Irish Republican Army, or indeed what passed around the baskets at the weekend. I don't know. But we went, we played crab football, which again, looking back on that, is a bit odd, but hey, the pedos love nothing more than a bunch of 8-year-olds pretending they're crabs, crawling about a floor, trying to play football. Anyway, it's been away for the pedo chat. Easter was always a big thing. In school, in Sunday school, and even in a kid's life. Christmas is number one. You've got the summer holidays is definitely a number two, right? A number two. Number two, just because the time you had off school, the mischief and the shenanigans you would get up to, building a den, setting fire to a house, shenanigans, right? Possible kidnap. The stuff that Wayne's did, getting steaming at 11, having your friend arrested, getting his stomach pumped, that kind of thing, right? Your friend steals his dad's car, he crashes at the end of the road, and then you go on the run for 6 years. Wholesome fun, right, as a young chap. But Easter was always a big holiday, whether you're religious or not. And I think it's because you get a fucking shitload of time off school as well. You get 2 weeks off school, Also, on a side note, man, but I can feel it's going to be tangent heavy already. It must be fucking great to be a teacher, man. It really must be great to be a teacher. If we could all go back and do it again. Unless you're happy in your job, there are some people, which still shocks me. There are some people that are happy in life. I mean, I know it's not me, and I know it's certainly not you, but there are people out there. Yeah, if they ask them, are you a very simple question, are you happy? Now, most of us would say no. I was actually thinking this the other day, and I got quite sad thinking about it. I don't actually think I have ever had one happy year in my whole life. Not one. That's pretty sad. It's true, but it's fucking sad. I'm almost 38 years of age. Now, take out the early years, right? When you've got no memory. You're walking about, goo goo gaga, shit yourself getting fed, right? I imagine life then was great, but you must have had some fucking adolescent angst. Some baby angst that you can't remember. No, as a 3-year-old, you must have had some kind of pressure on you, which you couldn't verbalise, right? But as an adult, now at nearly 38 years of age, I was trying to think the other day, have I ever had 1 year, one full calendar year, where I can sit and go, that was a great year, or not even a great year, that was a good year, or not even a good year, I was happy for that full year. Not one. That's fucking terrible, isn't it? Anyway, if you could go back and do it all again, to try and get yourself in a place where you are happy in your life, get a trade, is option one, right? And then just sit back and watch the money roll in. How many people do you speak to nowadays? I can't get a China. I can't get a plumber. There must be tradesmen out there charging like 40 grand just to turn up. Please, will you just come and look at it? I'll look at it, hen, but it's going to cost you $2,500. Oh, I'll pay it. I don't care. Get a trade, right? Get a trade, coin it in, and retire at 40 with 50 million in the bank, or become a teacher. This is what the teachers didn't want to tell us at school. You know, we hated most of our teachers at school. And the ones that you did like, you liked them for the wrong reasons. You liked them because they didn't make you do work. And because they didn't teach you. Right? It wasn't some American high school fucking documentary filmmaking. Oh my God, isn't school wonderful? These are the days of our lives. Who were your favourite teachers at school? The drunks. Or the fucking teachers that didn't care. The divorced teachers. The ones on an edge of a breakdown. Those were your favourite teachers. No kid, right? No real child. Yes, there's probably some fucking loser hipsters out there who were at school going, I had a teacher who opened my eyes to the writings of Enid Blyton, and since then I have discovered a love of fiction and the English language. Fuck off. You ask any normal person, who were your favourite teachers at school? And it was probably the craft and design teachers. You know? Because most of them were divorced, and most of them were drunk. And never taught you fuck all. They'd take 20 minutes to do a register. They'd take another 10 minutes to dish out whatever bit of apparatus you were doing that day. Sign out a mallet or a fucking chisel. They then take 15 minutes to demonstrate the thing you're going to do. Then they take 10 minutes telling you off because you try to put your mate's tie in a vise or sharpen a pencil on a disc sander, and then before you know it, the lesson's over and you've done fuck all and they've done fuck all, but neither of you care. And you go on to the next class very happy. And the next class is maths, and you can't do that. You got to sit down and fucking do maths for an hour, and it's shit. Those are the happy days in school, right? The drunk, angry teachers, or the teachers who don't give a fuck. They know they can do the bare minimum. They know they're in a shit school. They're not in some high-performance school. They're not in some school where there's pressure on them. They're not in a school that's developing the bright minds of the future. They're just in a school, right? They're just in a factory, a child factory, an education factory, and it's churning out dickbags and single mothers. That's it. It's been doing it for fucking decades. It's been doing it. You're a product of it. People in your class are a product of it. You taught my mum. Aye, and you're a fucking cunt just like your mother. It just churns it over and over and over. But they were your favourites. Because you didn't give a fuck, and they didn't give a fuck. And then you would go to things like Careers Day. What? And you'd sit down and you'd have an interview with a guidance teacher and a careers teacher. What the fuck was that? And they go, what kind of things are you interested in, Scott? And you'd be like, football, food, and fighting, and words that begin with F. And they'd punch it in a computer and they go, right, the computer's actually suggests you become a fireman or a policeman. Everybody. If you were a guy, you were suggested to become a fireman or a policeman, and if you were a lassie, it was a nurse. Not a doctor. I mean, God forbid they should try and push the fucking stereotypes. I don't know if there was a dramatic shortage of firemen in the early 90s, but that's what all young men were told to be. You know? If you were tall, you were a pose. If you were fucking wiry and had a kind of dead behind the eye look and you seem as if you could handle a dead body, fireman. Problem with authority, very little friends, pose. These are two sections. Whereas a teacher should have sat us down and went, get a trade, big man. Do you like woodwork? No, really? Right, plumber then. I'm not a fan of what? Sparky it is. There you go. You get a trade. And if they were really good, if they were really honest, they would have just whispered in your ear, become a teacher. And you'd have went, at 16 years old, you went, there's no way I'm becoming a teacher. And then if they had just sat you down and just been honest with you, maybe this is the thing about the youth. about young people, maybe you just need to be fucking brutally honest with them. And you just need to say, when you're in your 20s or your 30s, you're going to be laden with debt. You're going to have a mortgage. You're going to have credit card bills. You're going to have relationship troubles. You're going to have fucking fears. You're going to have anxiety. You're going to be taking medication to battle all this. The best thing you can do is find a job that either you love or that you can sustain. And the best job is a teacher, because 4 months out of the year, you're not fucking in. And when you are in, who gives a fuck? Go to a school that's full of dicks like this school, and nobody will expect that of you. What an easy ride that would have been. If only we could go back. Teacher or a tradesman, it's your best options. If I ever have kids, that's what I'll be telling them. Dad, I want to be a chartered accountant. You'll be a fucking Sparky, or you'll be a teacher. Pick one. What are we talking about? We're talking about fucking Easter in Sunday school. How did we go into this? Sunday school, teachers, no idea. Anyway, Easter. Just gone. I hope you got eggs. Standard. You know, I got an egg. I got 3 eggs, actually. I bought one myself, but I still get eggs. It's, I never thought that I would get to the point where I didn't expect to get presents at Christmas. I'm at that stage in my life now. I have found myself the last couple of years saying I don't want anything and actually meaning it, you know? Because most of the things I want in life are very expensive. So I would never ask for someone to buy me it. But I've come to terms with the fact that I'm just at that age in my life now where, you know, Christmas is about the food. Christmas is about the dinner. It's not about the presents anymore, right? But Easter is still about chocolate, regardless of your age. Now, when did it switch between the crucifixion of Christ, his burial in some kind of ancient magical temple, and his resurrection, to chocolate? I wrote this down. 1875 is when Cadbury's, the bastards, Cadbury's introduced the chocolate egg. Apparently fucking Ronald McDonald, that's not him, Mr. Cadbury, if he even is a real person, they produced a new method of manufacturing cocoa butter. Mr. Cadbury had been on a lads' night out to the local strip club, and he smelt the odour from one of the strippers and says, "Good God, what is that?" And she went, "It's cocoa butter, big man." He went, "Cocoa butter, holy fucking moly." And he made cocoa butter chocolate, which made it easy to be moulded into different shapes. And, you know, from that came the egg. You know, what came first, chicken or the egg? Cadbury's, 1875. So that is when chocolate eggs were first introduced. Now, I don't know the full story about how it became Easter, chocolate eggs, maybe Saturday with the stone being rolled away, egg shape, I don't know. But 80 million plus eggs being sold in the UK every Easter, which you have to say to yourself, is a genius move for Mr. Cadbury. It's just one of those things now where certain things start to pop up in shops. As soon as you see the Easter eggs coming up, and they usually come out 2 months early, you go, fuck, Easter's happening. Even though I don't know when Easter Sunday is. Even though most of us don't know the story of Christ himself. Now, in the West, i.e. Britain and America, Easter is definitely now, like Christmas, a consumer holiday, you know? It is now all about chocolate eggs. It is about Easter egg hunts. Easter bonnets. It's about, again, just consumerism, right? Just fucking filling the void of your life with shit. Now, if you go down to, like, the Latin countries, where they are proper Catholics, right? I'm not even talking, I'm like, the boys in Vatican City, right? They fucking love the Latin madness. They love it, man. People with the stigmata shit and fucking cunts getting nailed to a bit of wood and getting carried through the town centre. They fucking lap that stuff up, man. The Latin countries, right? South America, the Latin countries. You wouldn't see a fucking chocolate egg down there if your life depended on it. Those boys are like the ultras in the Catholic Church. right? You've got up here, America, Scotland, England, kind of mainland Europe, right? Comes Easter time, we're out with the fucking chocolate eggs and the bonnets and the Easter bunnies and dressing the wains up and having egg hunt parties and all that. And we think it's a wee bit religious, and we tell the fucking wains a bullshit story about the Catholic Church or the Protestant Church or whatever it is, the fucking Church of whoever, right? Jehovah's Witnesses, I don't know. And the church is like, aye, it's good, aye, and it's good to teach the wains about it, and the only way we can get young kids on board these days with the church is to tell them bullshit stories and give them out chocolate eggs, and then fucking down in Juarez, they're nailing the butchery about a wind. And they're loving it. Cunt's got a jiggy bonnet, carrying a cross up a hill. And they're all out roaring and greeting. In the name of fuck. Not a chocolate egg in sight. Those boys are the ultras. Hardcore. You know? Wouldn't they be getting a salmonella outbreak in fucking Buenos Aires? Interesting time as well for, don't know if you saw this, Kinder eggs, right? Who, to be fair to them, OGs of the egg world, really, the chocolate egg. They're all year round. You know, they're not just a fair weather egg, like the bastard Cadbury. You know? Kinder eggs, 24/7, man, 365. They don't give a fuck who was getting crucified. You get Kinder eggs all year round. Massive product recall for Kinder. You might have seen it in the news. Probably not, because the news is doing as much as it can to cover up any news of outbreaks in case it sets people off again. You know, I mean, they're not even talking about the fucking absolute travesty that's happening in Shanghai, let alone an outbreak of salmonella and fucking Kinder eggs. But there's a massive salmonella outbreak in Kinder eggs. People have been very, very sick. I had salmonella, former food poisoning, when I was young. I was about 12, 13. And it was bad, man. I lost a ton of weight. It was fucking, I had it for about 4 months. Just spewing up, just randomly being sick. Oh, it was horrible. I remember my mum, God bless her, on a weekend, right, usually on a Sunday, you get like a roll and sausage or something like that for your breakfast, right? It was a Sunday, man, you know? It's God's day. And I remember we get dragged to the shops because we were still young at that point. So we're still at the age where it's not socially acceptable to leave us at home yet on a Sunday morning. So we must have been under 10, right? Because when a kid turns 10, 11, if he's reasonable, if you can make a cup of tea yourself, right, it's socially acceptable to leave your children at home, right? Even though it might be illegal, and even though some people in the high echelon of the upper classes may frown upon it, if a Wayne can make a cup of tea and he knows the fucking buttons on Sky, the cunt's fine in the house, right? But we were obviously still young enough that you had to get taken to the shops on a Sunday morning, because God forbid you could be left alone on your own. And we went down to shopping, and we came home, and you know you have to bribe children, right, to do things and to behave. So we were bribed in the sense of, if you come and we get the shopping, then we'll have rolls and sausage when we go home. And that's how, you know, I'm fucking 22 stone now and have such a negative attitude with food, because all my life growing up, everything was food rewarded, and I have a terrible relationship with food moving forward. Eating my roll and sausage when I go home, and I remember saying to my mum, I'll never forget it, I says, "What kind of sausage is this, Mum? Because it tastes really cheesy. Is it a cheese sausage? Possibly a Glamorgan sausage." And it wasn't. It was just, it was off by quite considerable distance. And I got incredibly sick from it. You know, I finished the roll and sausage because I'm not a quitter, you know, cheesy tasting or not. But I was incredibly sick for quite a long time. It got to the point even when people would ask me how I lost the weight, thinking it was some new diet I had found. I went, yes, I had a case of very severe food poisoning for 4 months. But anyway, Kinder eggs, salmonella, bad times. So, Easter itself, my memories of it when I was young, slightly different now, because I don't think I ever had an egg hunt. I feel as if that's an American thing, which is very recently came over here, as most stuff does. And it feels as if now, I think with the rise of social media, and certainly with Instagram being as prevalent in everyone's life as it is, I think all of this stuff is suddenly becoming part of our culture, because people want to take pictures and videos of these things to post online. They're not interested in the actual memory of it. They're not interested in actually doing these things either for themselves or for their children. They are simply doing this stuff so that they have content, because right now, life is measured on content. If you are a person who exists at this moment in time and you are not putting out content on a daily basis across multiple social media platforms, then you are worthless as a human being. You bring nothing to society. And I am one of those people. I post very little content on social media because I fucking hate social media. And hopefully, in fact, where's my bit of paper? Hold on. Less than a month to go. This is the period of my life that I'm starting to call the slow goodbye, or maybe the long goodbye. The long goodbye sounds better, because at the end of May, I'm done. I'm finished. I'm done with social media, and I will be taking a considerable break from social media. At the moment, definitely a year, possibly 2, and I think if I can stretch it to 2, I don't think I'll ever be back. And I can't wait, man. The only reason I'm hanging on to the end of May is I've got a couple of tour shows left. And once we're done with the tour shows and I've got nothing else to do gig-wise, that's me finished with it. It's horrendous. But, as I say, I digress. The purpose in life now is to put out content. How many of us have found ourselves watching videos of people you used to go to school with talking utter shite about nothing? But you're watching it, you're consuming it, you're engrossed in it because you have been conditioned to just consume the content. Doesn't matter what it is. Videos of people decanting fucking chili flakes into a little tub. I watched a video the other day, and after it, I just stood staring at my phone and went, what the fuck am I doing? I watched a video of someone taking their shopping, basically, and putting it into containers. So they took a box of cereal and poured it into like a big cereal container and put it in a shelf. Then they took washing up liquid out a fucking washing up liquid bottle and poured it into some other wash. And now, when I'm thinking back, I'm going, you've bought a box of cereal that's came in a box. You're then decanting that into another box to then bin the box that you bought it in. When you probably could have saved yourself £5 or £6, but no fucking buying that extra tub to put it in when it comes in a box. Same with the washing up liquid. When I was watching it, I'm going, this is quite therapeutic. No, it's wasting my time. They're time thieves. They're stealing. They're the content time thieves. Stealing my time for me as I'm watching their shite videos on fucking TikTok. But again, they will have incredible self-worth. And they'll tell themselves that they're a very important person, and they have to, they bring joy to people through the videos, which to a certain extent is probably true. But again, it comes back to my point. If you are not feeding into the system and creating content on a daily basis, what the fuck are you doing? There's Ukrainian soldiers out there creating content on a daily basis, and most of us can't be fucking arsed. A guy the other day, they were having a dance around a tank. I don't know whose tank it is. I don't even know what happened. But watching it going like, isn't that great content? Is it? I don't know. Everything that's happening nowadays, egg hunts. The amount of fucking pictures I saw people going like, it's young Barry's first egg hunt. First of all, who calls a fucking baby Barry? He's going to grow up a Barry. You might think that's cool. He looks like a Barry. Nobody looks like a Barry. Even a guy who's called Barry, who's in his 60s, who you've known all your life, he still doesn't look like a Barry. Nobody's ever picked up a baby and went, this is baby Barry. I'd be like, are you fucking on glue? Anyway, this is Barry's first egg hunt. Is it now? Egg hunts, American. Even now we're getting people in the UK doing gender reveals. Why? Why are we doing this? Because it's content. Because you've got to put fucking something out every single day. So Easter. This is a weird podcast already. One of my earliest memories of Easter, 2 of them, right? I remember doing an egg rolling competition. Now I think that was probably our equivalent of the egg hunt. You would take an egg and you would decorate it. Right? You would vajazzle the egg, you'd fucking tart it all up, and then you'd go to the top of a hill, and you'd fucking launch it down a hill, right? And the hope that you'd get to the bottom. I can't remember if it was a race or if it was just one of these participation things. I think you'd be pleased if your egg was intact by the time you got to the bottom. But again, I don't even know why we rolled the egg. Is it something to do with rolling the stone of Christ? I don't know. None of this was explained to us. Probably because none of our parents really knew either. And I don't imagine there was a priest floating about to going, the reason why we are rolling the eggs is because Matthew 7:14, Palm 60 says that the Christ rolled the stone to the design of the egg and the fuckity fucking who knows, right? But that was an early memory. Decorate eggs and roll it down a hill. And then you fucked off. And you got a bit of chocolate. And now from that, it has evolved to fucking every scheme Wayne coming round and hunting in the back garden for fucking used needles and eggs. So that people can post it on social media. One of my earliest memories of an injustice moment in my life was in school. And it was primary 6, possibly primary 7, but I think it was primary 6. So I would have been 10. And you had an egg decorating competition, right? So you had to decorate an egg, and then we would present it, and the teachers would go around and basically judge who had the best decorated egg, and I think he won an egg, right? A chocolate egg, not a fucking boiled egg. Obviously, looking back, you don't realise teachers are favourites, and usually the favourites would win. And I felt as if the egg I created was not only fucking genius, it was a beautiful design, right? And I never won, never even placed, never even got top 3, and I was fucking devastated, and it still loves me now. My egg. Now, some people would, colour the egg in, like a solid colour, and it's Wayne's, right? So they'd colour it blue, and say it's a Rangers egg, right? Stuff like that, or they draw stars on it, and say it's Jupiter, whatever, right? Nobody was getting fucking really in depth, Nobody was taking an egg and cracking it. And then, going, it's an abortion. Nobody was doing kind of, really forward-thinking stuff, right? Then, Dad rocked up. And I built a bed. Stay with me here. I built a bed out of lollipop sticks, right? The ones you get in a feast. What a fucking ice cream a feast is. I had one the other day. What an ice cream. It's the long, flat ones, right? No the thin stick. The long, flat ice lolly sticks, right? So I built a mattress with loads of them, built legs, built a bed, right? Made bedding, cut out material, everything, made fucking pillows, made an amazing bed, got a shoebox, designed all that, cut sideways so it looked like it was in a doll's house, so it looked like it was a room, so it's a bed in a room. I made a tiny wee hat, like a kind of, what are they called? No, Ur Willy. Wee Willy Winky. They fucking, the wee nightcaps. Made a nightcap for it, drew a face on my egg. Actually, I think I drew pyjamas on him. Put him in the bed, pulled the duvet over the egg, so it looked like the egg was sleeping, and then you had to name your piece, right? And mine was called Egg Exhausted. I mean, at 10 years of age, that's genius. Never even placed. Fucking raging. To this day, I'll never forget it. I was standing smug as fuck as well next to my wee exhausted egg, and I was like, egg exhausted, miss, because he's in a bed and he's an egg and he's fucking shattered. Nothing. Didn't even say nice. It's a fully functioning bed. He just walked on. Egg exhausted. To this day, I can remember it. Never even placed. I should have got at least a bronze medal. If no top 3, a special recognition award. Something. Nothing. Exhausted. I imagine if I was to ever go back to a therapist and go really back to the old days, I'm sure we could trace some kind of trauma back to that point. It's the first time in my life, I'm filling up now, hang on a minute. It's the first time in my life I can remember really putting my all into something and thinking that I'm fucking smashed this and then getting nothing for it. It's like, oh, there's no fucking justice in this world. And you're right, Gibbo, there's no justice in the world. But we've come too far with the whole Easter thing. We've crossed a line, and we've crossed a point of no return. The wholesome youth, the wholesome upbringing, you know, of terrifying biblical stories made palatable through a child's eyes with the gift of chocolate is moved into some American consumer bullshit market. Gone are the days when kids will decorate their eggs. Think up stunning puns like exhausted. Those days are gone. Those days are gone. We are full steam into the Americanists. You know? We had a chance. We could have gone more Latin. We could have been getting like the town idiot to get fucking nailed to a bit of wood and dragged through the high street to then present him at the top of the hill. We offer a sacrifice, Christ. But instead we've gone for Scheme Wednesday and Easter egg hunts. I wish I fully knew the story of Easter. I think, if I'm right, now if there's any religious amongst you, correct me if I'm wrong, the boy Jesus is kicking about telling everybody he's the son of God, right? And he's doing fucking holy tricks, as Billy Connolly calls it. He's resurrecting folk for the dead, turning water into wine, finding a way to sort out kind of food portioning, effectively running a soup kitchen out of the church and feeding a lot of people with very little fish, right? Then let's just say what it is. The Jews come along and they're not happy. Now, my theory on it is that when the Bible was being written, I think that whoever was the spokesperson for the Jewish community never gave enough donations to the people writing the Bible, and they decided that the Jews were going to be the bad guys. And then from then, it's been a bit of a fucking downward spiral. Now, I imagine if the Jewish community could have seen it in the future as to what was going to happen, they maybe would have kicked up a bit of a bigger donation at that point, and maybe somebody would have went, we're not giving him all this money for this guy writing this fucking fictional book, the Bible, and they gone like, listen, I've had an epiphany, and see, in fucking 1,940 years, it gets a bit hairy for us, so let's just fucking kick out a big bit of the new and let somebody else take the heat for it, because obviously we know that religion is completely fabricated and there wasn't actually somebody called Jesus, although I imagine there was somebody called Jesus back in the day, and he was probably like an early David Copperfield or a David Blaine type figure going around doing the old fucking, oh, look at that, it's fucking nothing wrong with it, and everybody's like, my God, he's the son of Christ that can fucking separate his thumb and make it shake, fucking hell, cunt's amazing, right? And then he finds himself, somebody writing an autobiography about him, and it gets out of hand because the guy's a ghostwriter, and then Jesus is full of fucking wine all the time, telling mad stories. Oh, the cunt nailed me across and all that, and then it gets out of hand, right? And he has a fight with a Jewish guy, and then next minute Hitler comes along, gasses 6.5 million people. So, story of Easter is this. The Jewish people say to him, or the Jewish elders, or the local Jew, somebody's Jewish, says, here cunt, do you think you're the son of Christ? And Jesus is like, you're fucking damn right I am, my man. So he goes to the Romans, who were in control back then. He's like, oh, Romanus, this cunt thinks he's the fucking son of Christ. That doesn't sit well with us. What you got to do about it? And the Romans like, listen, the mad cunt's going about, he's fixing all the lepers, he's feeding fucking every cunt with 2 fish. Listen, he's, in my books, the cunt's alright. And the Jews like, not a chance, my man, we're not happy. And then all the Jews like, no fucking way, my man. So the Romans, because he always goes to peer pressure, went, right, crucify the cunt. Now, probably an extreme step. Maybe could have given him a £50 fine, like the Prime Minister, but instead he went straight to crucifixion. Made him carry his own cross uphill, put the jaggy on it in his nut, gets up there, nails him a bit of wood. He dies on the cross. Something to do with a temple as well. I remember in the story about like a curtain or something in a temple which separated God from the living world or some shit opened, and that was somehow a sign that he was in fact the son of God and God wasn't happy. Don't know about that, but anyway, took his body down, a couple of his pals, stuck him in a cave with a big stone in front of it. For what reason I don't know. And when they came back to I imagine to steal his sandals, cunt's gone. And that's the story of Christ. And then from that, chocolate eggs and egg hunts. Again, probably one of the reasons why I never went into the church. Although I imagine if what I just said was recited at a mass, probably would have been the best mass ever. The Jews were like, fucking kill the cunt. So there you go. So now, if you don't know the story of Easter, we all know it now. The Jews weren't happy. They killed the Son of God. And then fucking all hell broke loose after that. Frogs, famine, some guy sacrificed his son to a burning bush, I think. Joseph, his technicolor dream coat. A lot of bestiality and a bit of slavery as well. Mad times in the Bibles. Mad times, But hey, all worked out well in the end, didn't it? Because now there is no religious hate or crime at all in the world. Or war. Thankfully. It's just good old Russians attacking white people. That's the way we like it. We're 2 months into that now. 9 weeks into the Ukrainian war. What's happening? Fuck all's happening. Putin's doing what he wants. And it's now just part of our daily lives. We got up and go, hey, what's happening in Ukraine? Oh, Kiev's a mess. Carry on. Anyway, glad we've done that. So, I hope you enjoyed Easter. Weird rant. But I hope you had your eggs. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you got a fancy egg. I hope you pushed the boat out. I hope you didn't just get a boring milk chocolate egg. I hope you got something in it, like salted caramel or nuts or praline, whatever the fuck that is. Anyway, to the next religious holiday, which I've no idea what is, we move on. Happy Easter, everybody. Right, let's move on, shall we, to some other bits and pieces. The tour manager has now joined us, so if at any moment you hear the howling of a deprived wolf, don't worry, you're not having a mental breakdown. It's the tour manager merely singing as a song. For some reason, he was always quite a quiet dog. The usual response from a dog at home, very calm, very quiet. And if there was a pin drop in the outside space of your home, your front door, the back garden, if any sound, even a sound so small the human ear could not hear it, he would go fucking scatty bojangles, as most dogs do. But in his older years, he seems to now be just any movement. If he's on the sofa, relaxed, snuggled in, made himself a fort, if you will, any movement from anybody else which could possibly disturb his aura, he'll fucking go off in one. And he's getting slightly annoying, but he's my firstborn, and I love him to death. So if he starts howling, don't worry. These are not the wolves in your mind. This is an external force. Just lie down, Maggie. Relax. I've made you a bed. Life's good. I do apologise. The phone's going off as well. What's happening here? Right, anyway. I saw... I was looking for some news items because I'm trying to stay away from the whole fucking Ukraine thing, right? Because, like I said, the Ukraine war, and it is a war. It's the strangest war that I have ever experienced. Not that I am experiencing it, but that I have lived through in my time on Earth. Because I don't think anyone would deny it's a war, but for some reason, we're not treating it as a war. You know? It's like having a family member who's in an abusive relationship. You know? You've got a cousin, right? Or an estranged uncle. And he's at home and he's being battered daily by his wife. She's financially abusing him, physically abusing him, and psychologically destroying the man. And you're aware of it, and you know it's happening, and instead of going round there and sorting the situation out, you're sending him money to help build a defence system. And it's not working. We are watching from afar as the poor bastards of Ukraine are going to be returning to a fucking traveller site. There's two things that's troubling me when I watch it in the news. The first one is the fucking sheer devastation that I'm seeing in certain cities. Mariupol. Also, on a side note, can the BBC just you're speaking to people in Ukraine every day, and I know that they're just warmongers, right? I know that they're not there to actually report the news. I know they're just there to give us fucking grief porn. I get that, I understand it, and I'm trying to see through it. But can you just speak to a local and ask them how the fuck they pronounce the town or city that you are in that's being bombarded? Because this constant changing of fucking names and how they're pronounced does nothing. Mariupol. Mariupol. Pick a fucking name. Pick a name and just stick with it. So the images I saw of Mariupol, fucked. But at the same time, there's a guy in the BBC standing doing a broadcast in front of what used to be a block of flats, and it's blown to fuck. And there's cars. It's just like a normal street. Driving up and down, there's people walking. I'm like, where the fuck are they going? What is happening? Because I'm no understanding. I know that I'm a simple man, and I need complex ideas and complex things broken down, distilled to its purest form so that I can digest it and understand it. Are these people going to work? Why have they got to work? What fucking work is open? There was one the other day, the boy, cameras panned down on a fireman hosing down a fucking block of flats that's ablaze after it's been struck by an apparent missile. And then he pans out, and there's cunts getting into a fucking, what is effectively a Lidl. What is happening? Anyway, we're not getting into it. Apparently the Russians are going to launch a small tactical nuclear weapon. Is there such a thing as a tactical nuclear weapon? Apparently so. Just to let them know they mean business and they're no fucking about, because at this point we still thought they are fucking about, and they've been asking the West what will happen if they launch a nuclear weapon, and I'll tell you right now what will happen. Fuck all will happen. Nothing. Because effectively, we don't care. Is the honest answer. We don't care. There was a time when it was all Ukraine. It's gone on too long now. We've not got an attention span for it, and nobody really cares anymore. We do care. Us, the people, we care. But the powers that be, they're not that interested. If only Ukraine had some kind of natural resource they could offer the West, then we'd be in there like swimwear, and we'd fighting back Putin. But, Also, see if I was a British general, I'd probably be watching the war, looking at the amount of Russian soldiers that are being killed, Russian tanks that are being taken, fucking warships being sunk, planes being shot down, helicopters being grounded, and I would think, do you know what? See, at the start of this, when we're all shitting ourselves about World War III with fucking Russia, I probably fancy my chances. I'll go on record as saying, in this podcast, which I imagine will be flagged on YouTube and probably removed, if World War III does start, I don't think the Russians would ever make it to fucking Britain. Nah. I'd be pretty confident we could take them. Famous last words. You'll be watching this podcast in 18 months' time, and we'll all be speaking Russian. Which is just as... I think I would be slightly more comfortable with the prospect of a Third World War if it was, for example, Spain or France that was the aggressor and who were coming to get us. Because right now, with the prospect of either having a Russian master or a Chinese master, it's increasingly difficult because both languages are very hard to learn. The worst, probably one's as bad as the other, both political sense and a language sense. If I was going down the culinary route, I'd rather Russia win, because I'd much rather eat borscht than a fucking chicken fetus. But if you're going to do something for your future, then get on Babbel and probably start learning Russian or Chinese. Both equally difficult. Anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. An article in the Metro, our good friends in the Metro, the only place to get your news of any kind. Because not only do they give us the hard-hitting, although I will say this, on the Metro website, they normally have tabs for important things. They had a Ukraine war tab, which has now been removed. Even the fucking Metro's bored of the Ukrainian war. No enough happening. But I did see this article, and it angered me because it's the best cities to travel to this year in 2022, apparently, according to this article. It was a study done by the people at Euro Monitor. No idea who they are. From having a little experience in these kind of list things where comedians would appear in magazines and newspapers, the top 10 funny fucking chuckle monkeys to watch. It's all fabricated bullshit. None of the newspapers have done any research. None of the papers or magazines or anybody who's doing it will even know who any of the comics are. They could even be comics. You just make the names up. It's all a PR stunt. It's all you're paid to be in there. You pay to put your name in it. You get friends who know these lists to put them together. It's all bullshit, right? So don't take this list as definitive in any way, because I can tell you right now it's fucking nonsense. But this is a list that's been compiled of the top 10 cities that you should be visiting, because obviously since COVID, travel has been kind of on and off for most of us. I have not had a holiday since the start of 2020. Amsterdam was my last trip. Long weekend. Came back, 2 weeks later? Lockdown. So, I need a holiday. Like, I'm actually going on holiday next month. We're going to Italy. And I am looking forward to it. Got to Naples, right? For a week. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the pizza, the pasta, and the Gomorrah. I'm looking forward to it. But there's still a wee bit of me that wants to just go back to Amsterdam. Nah. I've got a friend who's over there just now. Well, she's actually just back. And I just kept looking at her pictures going, I kind of just wish I was going back there. But this is the problem when you're in a relationship, you know. I was going to say it's compromise, but you do as you're told. So the good lady wants to go to Naples. We'll go to Naples. Anyway, this is a list put together. The article says, if the long weekend has given us a taste of out-of-office life, then it could be time to book away your next trip. But after 2 years of on-off travel, it could be difficult to know where to go. It's not really, because we know where to go. Thankfully, the team at Euromonitor have done the hard work for us, really, and compared a list of the best cities specifically for those looking to travel. Pre-2020, the research firm ranked cities based on a number of international arrivals. But for the past 2 years, it has instead focused on 6 performance pillars. Here we go, the 6 performance pillars of travel. These include tourism infrastructure, tourism policy and attractiveness, don't know what that means, health and safety, sustainability, couldn't care less, economic and business performance, how does that help you pick a place to travel, and tourism and performance. These are the 6 pillars of performance. What a lot of shit. Who in their right mind is picking a holiday destination based on economic and business performance? No one. If anything, you want to go to a place that is failing on economic performance. Because when you go to these fucking shithole countries and crap cities, you go there with your little bit of euros and you maybe get a fantastic fucking exchange rate. Or you go there with 200 quid, and to the locals that's like 40 years worth of salary. And you live like a king for a fortnight. Who in their right mind is sat around a table with a partner or their family went, right, where should we go on holiday this summer, guys, as the family summer trip? And why don't we make a list of countries based on our economic and business policy? Why don't you get fucked? So here we go. Who came out the top spot? 10 cities. Now this is the top 10 in order places that you should visit this year, right? Number 1, I don't know the list. Number 1 is Paris. Stop you there. Put a fork in it. It's done. They don't know what they're talking about. I knew it was going to be this. As soon as I started reading it, I knew it was going to be this. Paris. What a fucking shithole. An absolute shithole is Paris. I cannot stress this enough. Please don't. This is not comedy. I'm not joking here. I am telling you right now, Paris is listen to my words, a fucking shithole. It's a shithole of a place and a shithole of a country. Today's podcast is sponsored by the French Tourism Board. Now, granted, I was in Paris in 2015, 2016. Possibly. I don't know. But when I was there, it was long before COVID. It was long before the economic downfall. Okay? It was the old world, if you will. What I'm trying to say is, it was at a time when Paris and France, like mainland Europe and like the UK, were thriving, if not at least surviving. And back then, it was a fucking shite hole. The streets were rotten. It was overcrowded. It was completely unsafe. I'm pretty sure if I scroll back up here, one of the 6 performance pillars of Fantasia is health and safety. Nonsense. Paris was fucked then. I can only imagine what is going on with the rise of the right-wing parties in France, Macron and his fucking riots every weekend, COVID, poverty. I can only imagine what Paris is like now. If it was a shithole then, it's a fucking cesspit now. But somehow, it comes out as number 1 because it's the lazy man's destination. Paris has got a good PR team. You know, it's got history on its side, right? It's like fucking Manchester United. It still thinks that it's a fucking big player. When it's done, it's bust. Forget about it. It's finished. Paris is finished as a tourist destination. And you might go. You might go there and you might enjoy it, you know, and you might come back and you might show people pictures of the fucking Saint-River and the fucking the Eiffel Tower and the fucking this is us having frog's legs, man, and Johnny Onions and fuck whatever. You might do all that. You might think all these things, and then when your friends go or you finish posting it on fucking Instagram, your pictures of your Parisian experience, you'll sit down and you'll know in your heart of hearts that it was shite and it was a waste of money. You went to the most famous French patisserie in all of France, and guess what? The cakes were crap because they don't put sugar in them. Because you've grown up in a diet of sugar, right? You go to Greg's and you get a fucking bun for 42 pence and you put it in your mouth and you think it tastes great, but it doesn't taste great. It's just sugar and fat and it fucking fills your void inside. That void that life has created living in this country, working a shite job and shite weather and shite friends and shite family. So you get your fucking yum-yum. You shove it in your mouth and that sugar and fat mixes in and it gives you enough joy to continue on to the end of the working day. And then you go to a place that actually sells a real patisserie, real cakes, craftsmanship, detail. And you look at it and you think, oh my God, I'm on the set of a fucking movie, love. And you buy it. Yes, it costs €15, but you're on holiday and you sit outside and you pretend that you're fucking cool and trendy, even though you stand out like a sore thumb because you're head to toe in fucking Giacomo, but you've got Balenciaga trainers on because they're fucking cool. And you eat your cake and it tastes like fuck all and you think it's crap, but it's because your palate's not developed like French. And then you walk about, you go to see the fucking, what's his face, Notre Dame, and you walk round that and it's fucking nose to tail, queued out the door. And you come round and you see the wood carvings and you think, oh, that was really cool. And then later on you're going, it wasn't cool, it was shit. It was fucking shit. But you tell people it is. You go up the top, you get that picture overlooking Paris, you have a fucking baguette and you think it's wonderful. And then maybe you get back to the hotel without getting pickpocketed or fucking battered or raped or God knows what else will happen in the streets of Paris. I mean, God forbid you go on a fucking subway down there. But it's number 1. It's the number 1 place to travel. And it's the number 1 place to travel because it's got the history. And you want that. You want the France of the 20s, the 30s, probably even the 60s. But you're not getting that. You're getting the France of the 20s, but it's 2020. It's fucking terrifying. Number 1. Paris. I mean, what the hell's number 2 going to be? Beirut? Oh, of course it's Beirut. It's fucking Dubai. In the name of fuck. A company called Euromonitor, and the second place that you have to visit is Dubai. The government has just brought in new rules, right, for no asylum seekers because asylum seekers, this is a problem. People are going to start to word this wrong. It's basically illegal migrant crossings, right? People who are crossing the channel in these boats. And now what's going to happen is these poor bastards are going to get sent to fucking Rwanda. That's right, Rwanda. I would rather come across the English Channel in a fucking inflatable dinghy that I have blown up myself, travel to Rwanda and try and start a new life there than spend 24 hours in Dubai. If you are the type of person who wants to go to Dubai, enjoys Dubai, thinks Dubai is, I quote, the best fucking city in the world, then you should be forced to stay in Dubai. You should be forced to live there. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And when the money runs out, and the party runs out, and you have to live in the real Dubai, then we'll get your real experience. So when you're done in the 5-star hotels and sneaking about having a pint and asked to leave a room if a sheikh comes in and these 40 wives go through, terrifying to take a line of coke, nobody getting a wank on the beach, once all that is said and done, and you have to then maybe get a job and live and work in Dubai and see the actual inner workings of the fucking monster that is Dubai, then let's see if you still want to go to Dubai. Dubai is what Blackpool was in the 60s. When Blackpool was at its peak, you know, people flocking from all over the UK to get to fucking Blackpool. That's Dubai now. If you put a couple of theatres on the end of a pier and knocked 40 degrees off the daily temperatures, couple of kiss me quick, squeeze me slow hats. If you had a couple of sheikhs kicking about Dubai with a good dress on, and instead of the fucking tea towel, they've got the kiss me quick, squeeze me slow hats, that's Blackpool. If you could get the Grumbleweeds to do a residency, Cannon and Ball appearing like a Las Vegas style residency in Dubai, it's Blackpool. It's the same debauched madness, vice that is Blackpool under the cover of a wholesome family experience. Nonsense. How on earth, just shows you the madness of these lists, how on earth have they compiled a list of the top 10 cities to visit, and 1 and 2 is Paris and Dubai? Now, is the list places you should visit once to say you've been and never return? Then maybe I would argue, if that is a list, if you had to compile a list of places that you have to go, just so you can say you've been and then never come back ever again, Paris and Dubai would be on that list. Of course they would. Go once, don't even need to experience it, just go there, sit in your hotel for 7 days, never leave, and then come back and just tell cunts you went and it was great, and then never fucking go back there again. Yes, Paris and Dubai would be on that list, but if it's a list of places you actually want to go and visit, I mean, what the fuck is number 3? Amsterdam. Right, okay, they've redeemed themselves. Amsterdam should be number 1. Greatest city in the world. Greatest city in the world. There's I don't know what else is on this list. I don't care what's on this list. Amsterdam and Holland, the greatest city in the world and the greatest country in the world. I have said this many times in this podcast, and I will say it until the day I die. If you have never been to Amsterdam, you have to go. If you have never been to Holland, you have to go. It will be the greatest trip of your life. There is a sense of calm in the country. There is a sense of stillness that you will not find anywhere else. It is just the most amazing people, the most amazing scenery, everything you want in life. My biggest failing in life will be that I never lived in Amsterdam. I'm moving a couple of other failings, go, but up there, if I could have lived anywhere, I would have lived in that city. And I never will, and it'll shock me. What else is on this list? Madrid, never been. Rome, no interest. Berlin, come on now. New York, okay. London, fuck off. Munich and Barcelona. This is the laziest list that I've ever seen. The top 10 cities to travel to: Paris, Dubai, Amsterdam, yes. Madrid, Rome, no. Berlin, New York, yes. London, no chance. Munich and Barcelona. What a shit list. How have we not got Lags on there? Lags, Dunoon, Arran, Skye. Where's the fucking Scottish cities? Edinburgh, you know? Shocking. But there you go. If any's are going on holiday, get something booked up. If you're struggling to find a place, Paris and Dubai, man, 1 and 2, go there, spend a shit ton of money, come back, and then cry the awful experience you had in the fucking shithole of Paris and the vice cesspit of Dubai. Dubai just annoys me because it's one of these places where it's like, come to Dubai, man, it's fucking wild. You can, all your wildest dreams come true. The most beautiful people in Dubai, the best food, 7-star hotels, it's fucking great. But listen, see if you're caught shagging anybody or taking a line of coke, they will fucking hang you. But come and party, man. Come and go fucking wild. But if you take a line of ket, they'll cut your hands and feet off. Pick a fucking team, Dubai. Pick a team, alright? You can't have every mad bastard from across the planet coming to fucking blow his load on a beach for you to then fucking cut his toes off. Pick a side. And Paris can just fuck off. Right, team, that's it. End of the episode. And what an episode it has been. Thank you for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, share the videos. If you are listening to the podcast on its audio format, as it was intended to be, you know, make sure you subscribe. Whatever platform you get to listen to your podcast on, make sure you subscribe. If you haven't already, please leave a 5-star review for the show. Just hit 5 stars, leave us a wee review. For some reason, that's the only thing that helps move up the algorithms and lets the show be seen and heard by more people. Feel free to share it on your socials as well, help encourage the numbers. And that's it. If you are listening to this and you're a council listener, you've missed out on a full section on Earth Day. Things you should buy to help the planet, and a rant about news, things that have been taught in school. Anyway, so get on that. The only way to hear the full versions of the podcast is, of course, on the Patreon. Patreon.com/Big Scott Gibson. So get on there, sign up, £4 a month, £1 a week, and you will get all the extra bits from this and future episodes as well. And if you are listening to this on the Patreon, then you've heard the rant about Earth Day, and I hope you're all out there buying a black vase and waiting for the vapour to come. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching. I'm trying to think, there's probably stuff I forgot to mention, but you know, that's life, man. We move on, and we'll be back next week with more episodes, more rants, more nonsense. And until then, stay safe, wash your hands and your arsehole, and I'll see you in a battlefield very soon.